Football has been in my life since the day I was born. At a young age, probably 9 or 10, I started as a ball boy for the New York Giants, and 21 years later, I'm receiving calls from players that I used to work under or were my idols, asking if we could help build them a pad for their son who's now in high school or a big recruit going into college. And it's nice to be able to take care of some guys that kind of took care of me when I was younger or looked after me.
We have spent countless hours at high schools in every pocket of this country. I can't tell you how many family rooms I've been in of complete strangers all over the country walk in the door to fit their two sons, to fit their son and their best friend. We've noticed parents and high school coaches, for that matter, taking an interest in what their players are. They support their son playing football for all the good that can come out of the game, and they just want to know that he's wearing modern technology that can keep him safe.
So I was one of these kids who wasn't allowed to play football growing up because my mom was afraid that I would get hurt. And it wasn't until I was bigger than everyone, my junior year in high school, that she allowed me to play football, and I played for a couple of years. I think with the Q collar, I think she would have let me play football a lot earlier.
The Q collar is making a difference. We're seeing a high rate of adoption pretty much at every level, from youth, a lot of interest from high school, and a fair bit coming from the NFL, professional as well.
When I was playing, I wore the Q collar for 3 years. I wore it 17, 18, 19, and basically what that does is it provides a little bit more blood flow up and around your brain to help pad your brain from subconcussive blows, and then over time it just became part of what I wore. So anytime we had a helmet on, I would have the collar on. Practice, games, training camp, OTAs, whatever it was.
Youth helmets tend to have some features that might be more specific to younger players with smaller bodies, but they all have to meet the same very rigorous standards that football helmets have to meet, whether they're for younger players or high schoolers or elite level players. We have to understand how they interact with the equipment that we make so that we make good decisions around features that can benefit them. We engage with the governing bodies like the National High School Federation, the NCAA, USA Football, Pop Warner, the NFL. We want to understand what they need of their equipment and how we can help them. So I have 2 daughters, and one of them actually plays tackle football and has played for the last 2 years. Loved it. Can't say enough about the experience.
The Connected Football System has provided an opportunity with people of all age levels, of all playing levels and playing styles, to be able to focus on a part of their game that they can improve. On the high school side, it's consistency. That's what we need to work on. How do you make consistency better from the lower levels and working your way down? There are endless possibilities for what type of improvements we can make in with the own football system to be able to give people their best chance at improving.
This whole company loves the game of football. It's been a part of our lives from very early ages. So we're trying to do what we think is our part to help grow the game and kind of ease any concerns parents may have of wanting their kids to play this sport at young ages now. So I think we take some of that burden and off of parents and younger kids and kind of put their mind at ease.
The prideful moment, I'll tell you when it hit me. I'm at a high school camp in Georgia, probably 1,000 high school players. And during a lunch break, I'm sitting there on the sidelines, 2 kids come up to me and they explain to me that the only opportunity they have to go to college is through football. And their other option was to go to the military. It hit me really hard because we all know if they're a junior in high school and they got a chance to go to college, if they were to crack a rib, if they were to break a clavicle, if they were to have a shoulder injury, that scholarship is getting yanked. They don't have a choice, they're in the military. That hit me like a ton of bricks, and I'll never forget it. I take a lot of pride in the fact that we're able to keep athletes on the field and to allow them to perform at their highest level.
Developing a product here in the lab, seeing it perform well, and then watching it out on the field is always a rewarding experience. But I think it goes beyond just what you see on Saturdays and Sundays. It's a lot of the those high school and youth level players that really stick with you. So I remember a few years ago we scanned a player's head and really no helmet had ever fit him, and his feedback on the fit of that helmet was a very rewarding experience.
The most rewarding part is the stories we hear from moms and dads. of an athlete who has bought the product, is playing successfully, and they'll tell us various stories, and they'll email us thanking us that we brought this product to the market. Those are days where it feels really good to work here and be a part of Q30. It feels more like mission work.
The game of football, it's a great game, and I think one way of making it better is making it safer and making it a better experience for the kids who play it.